new mic, so.
Hmm. Well, hello, chat. We are live to come. There we go. We got Wendy in their spot. And there's OBS updates. That one off. Oh, yay. All right. Okay, no, that's playing properly. Some little medieval fantasy city stuff, but it was so quiet. It was just picking up some weird things. I put it in Zoom for everyone if you wish to set the mood. No, no, no. Not a requirement. So, the end of last session. Some rather conspicuous individuals attempting to poorly to blend in with dock workers ended up sort of monitoring the ship for good at least half a day, if not a little more, before tacking a note on the hull. When investigated, it was a request from Commander Siltree. Sit down, have a conversation. Even address. In fact, it's Tevy's Bar and Grill. I don't know if you've been to Tevy's yet, but Tevy's Bar and Grill later today, because I'm pretty sure it was overnight and in the early morning hours they tacked a note. So, some point late afternoon, this once third watch here finishes, that's when it's set for. If you end up pursuing that. This is all on the heels of a heavy conversation with Jolene. Titania has been abducted by her mother, brought to somewhere on Ciovella in search of the same piece of ancient technology that you're all in search of, the fourth piece. Agracus ahead, already on Ciovella in a city called Iverness, attempting to get more details as to where exactly Titania is. Um, yeah, some ups and downs in the conversation, a little battle. um, but landed on for the time being feels like at least some room for working together towards this common goal, saving Titania, getting that ancient tech. But with that, well, I think it was Grundy and maybe Ashavar. I think Ashavar ended up going to bed, but Grundy ended up staying up. I think morning came around. I don't remember who read the note. Was it Grundy or was it someone else?
Somebody flew on the side of the ship and then brought it back up and then read it to us.
Okay, nice. Well,
Yeah.
that I'll say that Grundy, you're probably awake because I think you were staying up for that to keep an eye on them through the night. Yeah, that does end up leaving you currently. You can sleep today if you want during the day, but that's one point of exhaustion for staying up through the night. But I'll say you, whatever crewmate brought that up, gave it to you. Thea, Alana, Sadie, Ashavar, tucked away. It's morning time, so do whatever you want to do. If you want to wake them up or wait until breakfast, let me know.
Yeah, I think after the events, and we know that, that what that note is about, I think probably would have gone back down, woken somebody else up, informed. Well, because no, I think we woke up everybody because of that note.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I do believe that's what we did because we had to use mental link to get everybody ready.
Okay. Everyone's up. Vic's like, all right, we'll make some early
Yeah,
breakfast.
so I think after we did that, we could have gone to bed afterwards. So
Okay. Would you like to
yeah,
sleep? Because the thing isn't until later today. Would Grundy like to sleep for the day to get those 8 hours in?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. In that case, you probably all have some quick breakfast together. Where Grundy's gonna head to bed, and the rest of you can, kind of plan your day. It's not until I'll say like 5 in the afternoon that this request is. So I'll let you all um, sit down in the galley there. Vic's got some breakfast he's bringing out to everyone. Some hearty pancakes and butter and cream, bacon and tasty things. And some fruit plates. So you can all discuss if you want how you want to handle this.
So just to refresh me, Dan,
Hmm.
um, the note that we got was Commander Siltree telling us that we wanted to meet for us to negotiate peaceful, like to negotiate our surrender peacefully, right?
Effectively, yeah. That's
Okay.
their standpoint. Don't come
Okay.
talk. We could do this peacefully.
But they said specifically they were wanting like that they wanted us to surrender, correct?
That's absolutely correct.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Hmm. I mean, to clarify, it's not come surrender. It's let's talk about your surrender. Come talk to me about surrendering peacefully.
Sure. Feels like the expectation is for us to surrender, though.
Yeah,
One,
I agree.
not then and there, but it was like we need to talk. We need to talk about your surrender.
um, hmm.
Mind you,
Zia
they
would
have no authority.
basically,
Sorry.
yeah, Zia would basically bring up like, well, they have no, not that much authority on the island. Do you think they would have been smart enough to like post ships around the city, or do you think they docked everything that they have?
I think you would have just from your own experience
Oh,
in
this is just
docking.
general to the group.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
yeah.
I'm sure they're stationed around. I can't imagine they're foolish enough to dock everything.
So even if we were to be able to convince our allies on the island that, the Great Alana has asked them to detain Commander Selfree, that they would still come after us otherwise.
I'll just interject. I'm so sorry, but when you all arrived, do you remember the big military presence of the city forcing everybody to dock? They had the cannoneer, the magic cannoneers and stuff, the ballistic kind of mages. So there's no one that's allowed, like, just so you know, because you've been walking around too. Nobody can be like hovering around the city. As soon as you get closer, you got to dock, and we got to check your ship. And then they cover all the rules. Just because you've experienced that, I want to put that in there.
Thinking back, Dan, would we have been able to tell like how close that presence went out? Like how far out they would be checking things around the city, like into the water, like.
Into the what? I'm sorry.
Well, like, okay, so you're saying that, and this might be metagaming, but like, I have a meowing cat behind me. Um, so would we have noticed coming in,
Mm-hmm.
like, how would they know if people are Like, is it just like they check every ship that's on the horizon in the city, or do we not really know that? Like,
I
how they keep track of people hovering around the city?
I think even your ship, you didn't know this was just like a dot in a map. I think the city's here, used to be here a lot of time. So when you all approached, it's not that you knew where the docks were and you went up to the docks. You all would approach the city from some random vector,
Yeah.
and would have experienced that they have perception around the city. As soon as you got not even within close range is when they communicated with your ship. Um, and asked you all like the dock, and you're gonna be inspected, and had that big show of force.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'm thinking with to the other characters. I'm thinking with the blackout. What if we can convince Commander Sultry that we will definitely surrender peacefully, but we just want to enjoy our last little bit of time, like our last little bit of freedom before then, right? And then we just kind of kick around until the blackout happens, and then when it does, then we make our escape. They're none the wiser. I will say I'm not very convincing, so if somebody else wants to do that, much appreciated. uh, but that's potentially an option. I know that Jolene also said that she was going to try to find out more about Sultry too. So maybe there might be some additional information that we have at that time.
I mean, I like that plan. I think that could work. I mean, if they accept that, we can have an extra day. I mean, I have a bit of skill in persuading, so I could try.
I'd also like to point out that we also don't have to negotiate anything with them.
I guess we could just not go.
It's not as if though they really have all that much power here, anyways.
Yeah, it's really interesting to it hasn't happened to us frequently where there's been a threat that's been so obscure or not unspecified. I feel like when we were dealing with the Order of Specters, when they kidnapped Ash, that was a very specific threat of bodily harm.
Always just
I
say,
mean,
"Oh, what? You left a note? We never saw. I know the ship is so big, and just
Yeah, how would they even know that we got it? Like maybe a bird took it. I don't know. I haven't seen any birds here, but I'm sure there's
a
some
little birdie
possibility.
did not tell me."
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, I'm willing to go with what the group wants to do. I think it's viable that we could just go and not go and meet with them and just do our thing. Pretend we didn't get it, but I don't know.
We could learn some valuable information
I
about
kind of like to
sultry.
hear exactly.
Yeah, maybe allergic to peanuts. Definitely so. Could be useful later. You never know.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, so if we go, there's really, as we've discussed before, and as our DM pointed out, there's really nothing that they can do. Um,
Yeah.
There's really nothing that they can do to us going to meet them. They can't capture us or, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess they could.
Mm.
Wait,
You're
where are we meeting them again?
at a bar and grill. I mean, not exactly
Oh,
what I would call
okay.
the.
So we're not meeting them on okay. Stephanie was thinking on their ship. So
Oh yeah.
just for a
No,
quick
no, no.
second.
I would not go. I mean, we could
Okay.
also. I'm actually, and I don't know if this is like something I can ask. And are you Sadie or Misk right now?
Sadie.
Okay. Sadie, I don't know if it's like okay to ask, but if we found out what Commander Sultry looked like, would you be able to potentially speak to like the dock master, and maybe we could find out some like how they even were allowed here, right? Because if that was their intention to lure us into this whole thing, you would think that they wouldn't have been able to pass inside the city at all.
Sure.
Um,
I mean, everyone can lie.
true.
Yeah. No. To answer your question, yeah, I could. Once I meet them, could
Yeah.
try my best at disguising myself as them.
I mean, at the very least, we could majorly throw them off. Like,
Oh,
have their
and
ships take off without them. So
yeah,
leaving them stranded, maybe. I don't know how long that would work, but it might gain us a little bit of time.
good point. Good point. Yeah. I'm willing to do a little espionage,
Yeah.
a little bit of dressing up.
Yeah, I mean, you've only gotten kidnapped and
Nothing.
what was the other thing? I think you got somewhat blackmailed into bringing my sister, who we did not know may or may not have been trying to
Oh,
kill us at
right.
the time.
Right.
So I think third time's the charm.
Yeah, I think it'll work out fine.
Yeah.
It'll work out fine. Yeah.
What do you think, Alana? So plan A, we go and we
Mhm.
meet and we try to convince them that we just want to live the best 24 hours left of our lives before we go to prison forever. And then we wait till the blackout and get away. Option 2, we don't go at all because, why even bother? And 3, we go and then Sadie kind of hides or like learns as much as possible about Commander Sultry to try to impersonate them, and then leads the rest of the ships like on a completely different course. We could just send them all to, I don't know, what would be the worst place we could send them? If there was still an active mind flayer colony somewhere, that might be fun, but maybe that won't work as well. We could convince them that there's a secret island far deep in the Omega Sea.
Sure.
That might be a little bit sadistic, but I'm not a huge fan, personally.
We might run into a problem. Wouldn't they be? Say I go, dress myself as Commander Siltree, disguise myself. Um, they might find it a bit suspicious that I if I tell them like, hey, go off to this place, that I'm not going with them. So they might kind of find it a bit weird. Well, that wasn't Southern. We, they might find it a bit strange that I'm not like, okay, leave with me, but go and I'm going to stay back here in town for what reason?
Yeah.
Might be a bit of a, but I'm sure that there's other things that we could do.
Also, with the third plan, can changelings automatically adjust their vocal cords, or do you have to listen first?
I would have to mimic the voice as best as I could. my abilities.
So we would have to go to the meeting.
Yeah, I would have to be there so I could study, and not saying I couldn't, but it's a little more of a practice thing.
Just out of my own curiosity, do you have actor or any of the feats that let you?
Nope.
Okay, okay. No, so curious. Of this, yeah.
Nope.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Alana, what do you think? I feel like we just have to make a decision soon. I'm honestly, breakfast can only go on for so long. I think Vic's getting antsy.
I'm sorry, that's really cute.
Vic's adorable. Yeah.
I know, but it's kind of like the thing between us, and now that everybody's getting to see it, I feel like that's just like an us thing, and
We'll pretend we didn't see it.
thank you, I appreciate that.
No
Nancy
problem.
dances back behind a corner so that it will be seen.
Incredible.
Well, I think it all comes down to how badly you want answers from them. Do you want to know information from them badly enough to risk capture, or would you rather play it safe and not go at all?
I think the major mystery at this stage is how much the UAF knows about what my mother is doing. It seems like the order is intricately tied with their systems, with the government specifically, but I don't know if they're just like unwilling pawns, or if they're intricately aware of what she's planning on doing and are advancing that. But then
Grundy,
again,
do you have any opinions?
I don't. Is Brenny sleeping or?
He was up. Well, do what you want. I'd set up where he was having some breakfast with you all first and then go to sleep. That way he wouldn't miss out.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, Grundy, what do you think?
I'm not very good with matters of deception, so but I feel like we would probably hedge our bets better if we could mimic her voice if we're going down that road. But
I think we should not go down that road.
I will go with what the majority says. But Grundy is tired. I have been up for quite some time.
Yeah.
So he's already got this large flagon of like coffee, not even a cup, but like mug, and you can still like see him like droopy. But I think wake me in about 8 hours, and then I'll have a better idea.
Okay,
And then
so all in favor of meeting? I think we could meet. Okay, cool.
Meeting, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all in favor of completely blowing them off?
Just a fun and Grundy's thinking.
Grundy is half thinking, half asleep. Yeah, I'm not sure how wise it would be to blow them off completely. But at the same time, if they really wanted a genuine meeting with us, they could have done so without the subterfuge and the minor cosmetic damage to the ship. They could have just said, "Hey, let's meet up." So I am of two minds. I will probably know better when I get up.
Yeah. I mean, it's only been the night, but I could also see if Jolene has been able to pick up any intel.
Oh, yeah.
And Zia would probably just take out her sending stone from Julian and just ask if she's learned anything about Commander Sultry at this stage. And would mention that they had stopped the ship and have like a somewhat threatening meeting that they want us to attend and that they want us to surrender.
Here, Katie just got up and left it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, when somebody's talking on a sending stone, it's never like, oh, I feel like I'm interrupting, you know.
Nice. All right, that's me that I entirely missed. So you were talking to Jolene?
Yeah, just to see if to inform her that they want to have this meeting, that it was somewhat threatening and like wanted us to like negotiate a surrender, and just to see if she's found out anything about Commander Sultry at this stage or if it's still too early to know.
Okay. I think, let's see, what does Jolene know about this place? Alright, so she'd respond promptly. From what I've learned so far, Commander Siltree is direct. I doubt there's any ulterior motive.
Okay then. Enlightening. All right, so I guess we're going. Okay, we're going.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think just generally it would be a good idea to still try to slip away during the blackout, but we'll do what we can. Does
Yeah.
everybody want to go or?
I'm going.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Alana, I think you should be there only because I feel like it's really intimidating as a presence when you're there and like you could have this your statue like visible right behind you. I think that like sends a pretty
So
clear message.
intimidating.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
I mean, generally, I like, you know, magic users, wizards are like always intimidating because you're like, what are they gonna do? There's so many things.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, are they gonna pull a rabbit out of the hat, or are they gonna explode me? I don't know. Could
So
be
many
anything.
rabbits.
Are they going to explode the rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that a thing you can do?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wouldn't though.
We do have a rabbit.
Jesse.
I'm not going to explode the rabbit.
Oh, okay.
We have a rabbit?
Yeah. Well, a long time. It's been a long time, but Vic still has some in the freezer.
Oh.
Why is it in a freezer?
So the meat stays fresh. Well,
Oh,
I mean,
so it's
not
not
really
alive.
frozen. Yeah, it's not alive, but it's still explodable.
Explode the rabbit meat. Got it.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, we still have quite a bit of time, and I'm sure Grundy is itching to go to bed. I will say, Alana, I do have, or I was wondering if you made any progress with the book. Were you able to get any spells or anything out of that? Anything interesting? magic-y. Yeah.
Give me an Arcana check if you want, Alana, and see what you would have picked up in that time.
34.
Okay. It's gonna be like DC is gonna be high because it's an advanced book, but 34 kind of covers that. So I will get to you picked up. I think it's been what? Well, it's been a day, so I'll say that with a 34, you have picked up one spell from that. I do have a list somewhere that I will get you of the spells.
Oh yes, I have. Thank you so much. Actually, and then she'll just start like blabbing on and on about the book and the spell that she found.
Zia's just like, uh-huh, uh-huh. Wow. And then like to Sadie, like, do you understand any of this?
No.
Okay. Well, at least we're on the same page. Fascinating.
Isn't it?
Yeah, there's like, I don't know. I think the weave is that's a thing, right? Like to Sadie, like the weave is like a magic-y thingy, right?
The we?
Yeah, I heard somebody talk about it once. We don't get a lot of magic users around here.
No idea.
Yeah, so Alana, yeah, how does the weave fit into all this?
That's awesome.
It fits into it, and that it is. In another like 5 hours.
I did not think that was going to inspire that long of a discussion. I'm so sorry.
Edie's half drunk by the time it's over.
Nice.
It's been a full 8 hours. Grundy has a full night's
It's a
sleep.
good rest.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just gonna see Grundy walk in like, you're still here? Go home. It's over.
I'm gonna send you a link. Well, the first one. So you learned one. You started working on another. With the 34th. And here.
No, you can't.
I can't wait for it to be something like animate cake or something like that. I don't know.
Why is it in this book?
Yeah, this ancient like celestial text.
They love
Like,
cake.
you gotta
They love
make
cake.
you gotta make cakes that can move around. It's essential to our culture.
Amazing. All right. Well, with that, after pushing through a little bit of the convo and having thrown some of those great little tidbits in, that's how's this fit in with the weave. Grundy's able to go, depart and get some good rest for the day. The rest of you are able to do the same. Let me know if there's anything you want to pick up in town today or do in town before the meeting. Otherwise, we'll just advance to meeting time.
I think we have a lot of. We just got a bunch of potions, I think, so good.
Yeah.
And a new weapon.
Ooh, that's right.
Oh my god, you're bringing the glaive.
Of course, I'm bringing the glaive. We didn't say not to bring your weapons.
I hate it when you're right, but you're right. Okay.
Plus, I look cool with the glaive.
Yeah. Zia like says yes, but like visibly shakes her head no.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, the day carries on. Little anxiety in the air, little tension. How's this gonna go? What's it gonna be like? But comforted by the fact that the city has your back. You know the head arcanist, and the city just doesn't give a shit about the UAF or pirates, so they really don't have any sway here. And to Zia's point, you get scanned on the way in. They can lie, but you do get scanned to see if you're going to be causing trouble here, which is an extra little bit of piece you have. That if they were intending on something shady with this, but that probably would have pinged. At last, around 4:30 rolls around. One's ready to head over. I assume then to Tevi's Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
Right. Just because sadly Sarah couldn't be here tonight, and I don't want to put her in a position where I'm role playing and stepping on feet. I'm going to ask all of you: would you like Ashvar to come along, or otherwise Ashvar can manage some stuff on the ship? Would we
I
like
feel like it's
Ashvar?
important to have somebody on the ship
Yeah.
just because of the books being there and everything.
Okay, right. All right, so Ashbar will just keep a careful eye on the ship and be ready to message in case anything goes awry. So the four of you head on down to Heavy's Bar and Grill. Rather large two-story tavern. It's sort of an open two-story tavern. Stairwell in the back up to what's effectively uh, just an overhang up above, wrapped around for the second level. And the bottom floor has a dance floor in the middle, and a modest
Oh.
dance floor anyway, and a lot of tables fill the space, benches around the outer perimeter, and a really large bar with plenty of seats. It's completely crowded in here by the time you come in. It's evening. People are letting off steam from their day, getting together with friends, and yeah, that's just as you enter the building. Let me know what you'd like to do as you step in. You see how crowded it is.
I feel like Zia would immediately be looking around just to see if anybody stands out in particular as UAF. Like, is this the type of commander who's so focused on that position that they would show up even in an area where they have no control, still in like full uniform?
I love it. Good.
Like, or can we see anybody else that is immediately identifiable as UAF?
You can make a perception check. Oh, I'm sorry. Before
Oh, yeah.
you make a perception check, let's do DM inspo.
Okay.
So I will forget. All right, and so this is just that straight D20. And Claire, let me know what you get first.
14.
14. Okay. Lil,
17.
17. Okay. Jeff,
6.
6. All right, and Jay.
7.
That's everyone. All right, that's gonna go to Lily then. As I rolled a natural 20, so that's out of the way on
Nice.
the DM
Oh,
side.
wow.
Yeah.
DM had gets critical success.
Yay. Let's see. Whatever it is for you all, I think it's a D.
10.
A D100. I think it's a
Well,
D10. I think a D12 is a 15. But let's check. Let me
we are
check.
at 15.
Oh, then
Right?
D12 it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo! All right. Love it. D12 again can be used for anything. You can take it off of NPCs, rolls, or saves. You can subtract it from damage being dealt or whatever. Add it to heals. Anything except death saving throws. Okay, and then Zia, I'm so sorry. Perception check if you could.
9.
Okay, all right.
I can also help look around. In part of the intimidation that Zia was talking about, Alana's got her cloak on with all the eyes and the hoods been pulled up, completely covering her face.
Okay. You want to do your own roll, or do you want to assist Zia so Zia does a second roll?
Do your own. Zia
I'll
is
do my
just
own
like,
roll.
Okay. Does your cloak give you advantage?
When the hood's up,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
26.
Okay. And what was yours against the 9? Okay. So, even with a 9, here's what you say. There is something you pick up. There's a few people here. You know, you can tell cops sometimes. Like, you can dress like a civvy, but, like, that's a cop. So, even with a 9, you're like, okay, if 2 or 3 of these people at least sort of mixed about in the crowd, they're UAF all day. They just stand out like a sore thumb. Alana, you get that, but on a bigger scale, there's a presence here, UAF presence, dressed as in their civilian clothes. But with the 26, you definitely ping someone that looks exactly like Zia was thinking. Um, and I'm gonna put an image up here for our wonderful viewers, and I will also put it in at Uh,
Just dancing along.
There is a fire giant that stands among the crowd, hunched down to be less assuming, but still a fire giant. This tavern accommodates, giants. That second tier, there's portions of it that are specifically for giants to stand in and be able to dine at. In the UAF gold trim, like this is the fancy outfit. Fiery hair, fiery beard and eyebrows, sort of like Zeus but with fire. Stands sort of stoically among everyone having fun here. Is drinking, or has some drink anyway, in a large tankard. Sets it down and is just sort of looking around. Hasn't seemed to ping any of you yet, though. And that one's for you, Alana. That's what you see.
And where did you say it was? Where did you say they were?
As you enter, there's a bar along the wall to the left. You sort of enter near the left-hand wall, and the space opens up in the back and to the right. Along that right-hand wall across the tavern, he's standing in one of the spots that elevates up to the second level. There's a stairway up the back that wraps around.
Over the mine link. Off to the right. Over there. Is that who you're looking for?
There's a few giants in here, but now that Alana points them out, you can all definitely be like, you can see the UAF gear.
I thought he'd be taller, to be quite honest with you.
Sure.
It's a little disappointing.
Yeah.
He does seem short for fire giant.
Yeah. I feel like the title is kind of compensating for something.
Right. Shall we go?
Well, apparently he likes being direct, so I suppose we should be direct.
Sure.
Okay. Z will kind of like look around for kind of like a should I go? Should I go? Should I go? And to like everybody else, and since nobody's saying no, okay.
Yeah.
Just walks right over and it's just like, hello.
Nice. Okay, all right. You approach it. You navigate the floor. There's a stairway up back that wraps around to this, the top part, so you can talk to them. And you approach the table. Yeah, and they're a little short for like the space, but they're still up above the table. Hello. Are you the guests of the hour? From the Tempest?
I mean, I guess you could say that.
That would be us. Yeah.
Excellent.
Pleasure.
Please,
Hmm.
pull up a seat. And at this sort of table, you know, their half is set up for their food, but then there's like a smaller half set up on your side, where the four of you can sit if you like.
Have you had a drink, or would you like anything to eat, or?
I've had a drink and some food, but please help yourselves. I'm already underway.
Okay.
My name is Lieutenant Radisson. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh.
I'm here to see, have a bit of a chat with you before the commander arrives. Commander Siltree isn't much of a talker, so I'm here to deliver most of the message.
I'm glad to meet you.
Well, please order your food, get your drinks, and then we can chat. No need on discussing this on an empty stomach. In case you want to order or get any food or anything.
Sure.
I-
Say you order some food and drink.
Z will definitely go over. Is there a bartender at the bar?
A few, yep.
Okay. Yeah, and she'll be like, "Hey, so this Lieutenant Radisson said that our food and drink would be covered since we're here on his business, and so
Alright.
you can put our group stuff on their tab.
Understood. Alright, certainly.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Enjoy your time here.
Oh, we're so excited! Yeah, we've heard so much great stuff about this place.
That's one of you won't be disappointed. And you're on Lieutenant Radisson's tab now.
Perfect.
They
Orders
look
the
like
most expensive thing.
That's nice. I mean, one glance at this Lieutenant Radisson, he's decked in the gold, like actual gold. You know, they're like, oh, okay, that sounds right. And there's kind of a distinct, maybe dislike for the UAF here on this island too, so that might play a role with it. Nice. All right, so everyone's get your food, get your drink, whatever you want, and it's all pretty. It's tasty. It's a nice bar and grill. Now that there's food delivered, Lieutenant Radisson will, some awkward small talk in the meantime. Once it's
The
delivered,
very fancy uniform you have there. Very fetching.
thank you. Comes with the rank.
Have you enjoyed your time in town?
City's a bit feels a bit unwelcoming and a bit
Yeah,
different
they don't.
than most cities.
Yeah, I heard some talk that they don't really care that much for the UAF here.
We're pirates.
Strange. Sure, yeah. Do you run into that often? Or is this town a pickle of a different barrel?
This town's different, I'd say.
Hmm.
Not under our purview, so
Got it.
well,
Just wondering.
of course. Well, the message that I'm here to deliver, set up this conversation, is fairly simple.
Sure.
Commander Siltree doesn't he care much for needless bloodshed.
Yeah.
Whether guilty or innocent, you're all wanted by frankly, one of the most formidable forces in the quadrant, UAF.
First Bastion? Yeah.
You have no way of leaving this island without being noticed, and the moment you do, we'll pursue.
Mm.
We'll pursue you and capture you and your ship, or be forced to send it to the depths of the Omega Sea. So it only makes sense to me that you come quietly with us and avoid the needless carnage. Um, I'm sure you're clearly a cut above the rest, given the history we have of Tempest, but Commander Siltree has been given many a near impossible task. Has completed each one. This will be no different.
Hypothetically,
Okay.
what if we were to just live out the rest of our lives here? It's a nice town,
Mm. Yeah.
you know?
I think it's a nice place to be stationed.
Mm.
You could certainly do that.
Mm. So confident that you'll get us if we leave.
Okay.
Mm.
We have a fleet, some of the newest, fastest ships in the UAF, dedicated to the task, and Commander Siltree at the head.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, we don't
something
stand
that
a chance.
we didn't think about that, see.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's huge.
Yeah,
Like
very big.
yourself. It's
Very imposing.
absolutely, yeah, a whole fleet. How many ships are in a fleet?
Mm.
Yeah.
About 12, I think I should imagine.
Brandy,
Yeah.
you should eat some more.
I mean,
I
it's okay.
think
Grundy
I've
isn't
eaten all the
from here.
lobster, so
Grundy isn't from here, so he doesn't. Yeah, you know.
yeah.
You enjoyed the lobster, Grundy? I had never seen one of these before, like a lobster. I mean, like but Grundy, you have these all the time from where you're from, right?
Just nods head full of lobster in mouth.
Aye, there's plenty of ships
Yeah.
under good leadership.
Commander Siltree's leadership, of
Okay.
course, and you're the lieutenant. Lily, your face, I can't. So,
Nice.
so how does the hierarchy work exactly? So are you like immediately underneath Commander Siltree? Are there other lieutenants? You know, how
Mm.
I've never really gotten a handle on how that works.
It is confusing.
Yeah.
Looks a little stunned, like like obviously you're fucking with him, and he's also a little like you don't understand the hierarchies. It like seems so simple to him. I sort of I understand that this is a game to you.
Absolutely not. Like absolutely not. Like we're very serious. You know, if you're going to be pursued in this manner to the ends of the earth, it's you know
No
always
way out.
yeah, you know, it's nice to know this how powerful, you know, the people are who are going to take us in, right? You know, you said Commander Siltree never fails a task. I'm sure there have been some incredible tasks that you've been a part of, right? Like
Mm.
Though it seems to me him not being here speaks a lot about him letting other people do his work for him.
I'll be here soon. Like I said, they're not much of a talker. No?
More of a doer, I imagine.
Might get some more of their steak and pizza.
It's amazing that with all of those tasks that he has to do, all those other things and other people, that we're so important.
Aye. You,
Yeah.
Atmos was an entire section of the city dropped out from beneath it. You're at the center of the attack on the city. You think that's not important?
I do feel like it's probably more important that your own people were involved in that. One might say they were the contributing factor to the collapse.
I don't know anything about our people being involved in anything like that.
Well, let's just say that there may need to be some more investigation. I mean, you've seen our single ship, right? You were able to easily track us, you were able to easily follow us, you know exactly where we were. You've laid out that there's absolutely no way for us to escape from you because you have this amazing fleet. I mean, how would we have been capable of that level of destruction? I mean, Sadie's from Atmos, like lived
My
there.
home was destroyed that I was
Yeah.
staying in. You think that I would destroy my own home and just fly away from it?
I don't know your histories, perhaps.
Mm.
Witness accounts speak of you fending off an undead Rakolich that devoured many other ships. You're clearly capable of what was done to Atmos.
Oh, we ran from that thing. We could not have hoped to engage it in a million lifetimes.
It's a lot more powerful than you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know what it takes to be a lieutenant, of course, but
I'm
you know,
sure the
That's
dragon
true.
is more powerful today.
yeah.
Mm.
So let's use a little bit of comparison here, right? If that dragon was more powerful than you, and you're powerful enough to take us in, then we couldn't have been more powerful than it, right?
In
So
numbers, we can
we
take
we
it in.
barely have a crew. I was mopping ships when we came across the Tempest.
I think these are wonderful things to tell before a UAF court where you can share your narrative and be heard justly for jury of your peers.
And how many times has the UAF court not side with the UAF?
Whatever the evidence shows.
I'd like to see some receipts. You know?
It doesn't even really matter, of course, because we're surrounded. So I and I don't want to make any broad suggestions, but because obviously we're not the place to do that, but I think it's always worth considering potential other things that obviously like could have happened. I mean, that obviously was a horrible tragedy in a number of ways. And of course, I mean, a few of the people here were not even there at that point in time. So I don't know. Alana, was Atmos a thing when you were alive? Well, I guess in your original, I don't know, you obviously are still alive, but like, 1,000 years ago.
Oh, way back when you were like, whatever it is, like 4,700 years ago, it was a city. It was it had a different name, but it was one of the capital cities. All the capital cities of your time were raised, and those are the current cities that float.
Do you know which one it was specifically?
It's in the notes. um, you can just say it was blah blah, and we'll fill it in later if you want.
Fascinating name.
It went by a different name.
Yeah.
It was blah blah.
Oh,
Fascinating.
Oh yeah.
I remember hearing about blah blah
named
in the
after
books. You know.
who sits blah blah. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Atmos
The
history.
pioneer.
Yeah.
I should go to the library and look up this history of redacted.
Blah blah.
Nice.
Hmm.
A moment.
Does this work often? Asking people to surrender over food.
Not typically, no. But
Mm.
I also don't like needless loss, bloodshed, like the commander. Speaking of,
I appreciate that.
Reach is
Oh.
just, let's see, the four of you are around. There's like 6 chairs worth on this side of the table. And they try and stand up a little bit more at at attention.
Mhm.
As pushing, through the crowd after coming up the stairs. Where are my notes? Pushing through the crowd. A fairly, a formidable figure. I lost my place in my notes. Finds her way through the crowd, a little bit taller than everyone else. Seems to be maybe an orc, or maybe a half orc, in size, similar to Grundy. And pushes through, pulls out one of the chairs, and just sort of puts it down as though to sit between the four of you in the middle. Does anybody move for that spot?
Oh, absolutely. Like Zia's trying to be very courteous.
Okay. All right. Lana stays near. Zia scooches, over, and she sits down. We'll bring up a picture of her. Sending one of you a Discord message as well, and then I'm going to put this in Discord as well. Here we go. Commander Siltree, please. There we go. All right.
Oh.
She
Yeah.
sits down. Afternoon. All of you. And Lieutenant has spoken with you then? Looks side to side.
They did speak, yeah.
Reaches over.
Good to meet you.
Pleasure. I'm sure you know your options are very limited. I'm also sure that you don't give a shit. I think you're going to run, but my lieutenant insisted we try and reason first. Yeah, and I think it's only going to push your buttons. But let's make this short and simple so we don't waste your time. You don't waste ours. Do you have any notion to surrender or no?
Would you give us a day to think about it and discuss with the rest of our crew?
If you're sincere. If you're sincere, absolutely. If you're not,
I mean, no matter what, we have to go back and obviously tell them about this meeting. It's not like we could just communicate with our minds or anything like that. That would be crazy.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
well, see to it that you do then. I understand where you're coming from. I'm sure this surrender is at the bottom of your list. I do hope you'll consider it. I would much rather see you safely to a trial than on the end of a blade or in the Omega Sea. But I know how it is. You do us. Well, that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoy the food. Make sure we pay for this. You know where our ships are. We know where yours is, so come see us if you come to a conclusion.
Mm.
Pushes.
You're just gonna hear kind of us both really large hands slapping on the table, and kind of Grundy just kind of gets up. How are you here?
He faces off to you. Big flying ships. And looks you up and
No.
down.
How are you here in this world?
Well, let me tell you about the birds and the bees. When two people care, do we have to go through this? What is it you want?
He slams his fist. Sister, it is me, Grundy, your brother.
Oh shit.
Oh, clearly, have me confused or you're drunk? I have no siblings. Can't believe. Where are you from?
I'm not of this world. I was pushed in here by the mad wizard that we hired to find our father.
To be clear, different wizard than Alana. So, not mad as far as, yeah.
Couldn't have been. I'm trying to like rack my brain now for like my notes. It's like how long ago it was since I came here.
I don't know if this is some sort of ploy, but I just take your time and consider surrender or fight. I don't have time for mind games. Turns to walk away and leave the bar. And then starts walking.
Grundy is like just too shocked for at this point. He knows he should probably go after her, but it's just like seeing his sister after such a long time and then her not recognizing her own brother is just so kind of just slowly sits back down and just kind of like stares at the table.
And it's gonna excuse himself as well. Enjoy the rest of your meal. Hope for peace. Stop.
Sadie's going to kind of like stand up. How long has the commander? Stephanie cannot get her accent right. How long has the commander been with you? with the UAF?
I don't know her entire career, but I've served under her this past year.
Okay.
Or actually, I think it's the past, gosh, like 3 or 4 months that this task force has been assigned. Past 3 or 4 months.
All right.
Good day. And as he leaves after Commander Siltree, about 1/5 of the crowd pays their dues and steps out to the UAF. People in civvy clothes can account for about 1/5 of the crowd here, and they head out as well. It's still pretty crowded, but
That was my sister.
Yeah, I kind of caught that. Did it,
I don't know how that was possible. The images she showed, battle. I was pushed through the portal. I wasn't aware that he had pushed her through as well. I need answers. I need to see him again.
Z would definitely put a hand on the shoulder and just be like, "It's okay, Grundy. I get it. When your sister forgets who you are because of amnesia from, some sort of magical exterior force. I mean, it's crazy. It's happened to me like twice, and now it's happened to you. Um, it's kind of crazy. I mean, if I had a bronze piece, I'd have 3 bronze pieces, which is weird. Uh, and so,
I wish my family would forget me. Oh, that'd be
I-
great.
you know, family situations. There's a spectrum.
There's definitely a spectrum. Yeah,
Yeah, and I feel like you're on the other side of the spectrum,
I am. I am.
Sadie.
I have never been happier to be an only child.
That you know so far. There is a
Well, all of
good
my
chance.
parents are dead.
Just wait.
so-
In 2 or 3 weeks, we'll find out that like Dracus was your sister, and that there was some sort of memory wipe spell or something about that. So just give it some time.
Well, I really
Well,
hope
no-
they weren't my sister.
Maybe maybe we're sisters.
I
How about we go find the wizard capable of ruining Grundy's life and maybe
Yeah.
get some answers on that and the whole
Right.
sister being on this plane of existence bit.
I don't. None of us are really of the same species. I don't know how that would.
Grundy, do you know? Do you have a way of contacting that person?
Well,
No,
we
I
know
know
where
but
he works.
we know him where he works. Yes.
Okay. Just to
And,
clarify.
like, it's a very serious situation, but between like the Abbott and Costello routine that he's hearing behind next to him with Sadie and Zia, just actually chuckles. Like, yes, we'll need to find find him soon. Well, at least none of this is on our tab.
I wish I ordered more now.
I will say it might be a good idea for me to go back and kind of talk to the rest of the crew, and then maybe also to my sister to kind of let her know the ultimatum we were given. And sorry, above table, the blackout is tonight, correct? Or is it the next night?
That's a good question. I think it's tonight,
Okay,
but
that's
if
what I
it's
thought.
more story-wise better for y'all to have it tomorrow night, we can do it tomorrow night because I don't remember which. So let me know what's
We asked
going on.
for a day to talk to the crew. I
Mhm.
feel like if it's tomorrow night, they're gonna be a little suspicious. So
Mhm.
tonight would be better, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Good night, everybody.
Cool. Is it okay then if I go prep everybody?
Of course.
By all means,
Cool. All right.
I suppose the rest of us will hunt down Veiled Wizard.
Sadie, are you going with Grundy and Alana then? Find the wizard? Off to see the wizard.
Yeah, Sadie will go with them.
Alright, Z is heading back to crew. So let's see who should we split off with first. Let's Zia then. Okay, so Zia, you head back to the crew. I don't know if you have anything you want to role play, but just to give you the opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be very quick.
Mhm.
Just like telling everybody kind of, okay, the blackouts tonight. This is what they said. We think this is really our only option.
Mhm.
They're going to pursue us, but you know, at the end of the day, I think we had decided that we were going to were we going to
Either McCall or Ciovella, I think.
yeah, I think we were going to Macaw. Because Jolene wanted to just be able to summon our father back to the prime. So that would probably be first. Which sucks to choose that over helping Titania, but still. Okay, so we're heading to Macaw. And Jolene is going to follow in her vessel. And then Zia would just inform Jolene, like,
Okay.
here's the plan via the Sending Stone. Be very careful. I think Commander Sultry, while publicly saying that she's not out for blood, I think is itching for a battle. I don't think the lieutenant is, but she seemed a little too eager and suggesting to us to escape or try to escape. So,
nice. Okay. And just a little bit to Jillian's credit, but just doesn't take it however you want. She did say that she wants to bring your father back first because she thinks his help is what's gonna help get Titania. Just I didn't want to leave you with the wrong impression. She does want us to save Titania.
No, you're totally right.
Okay.
I had that even written down and I messed that up.
Oh,
But yeah,
no worries.
Thank you for clarifying.
Absolutely. All right, so you stop in at the ship there. Everyone else, I believe, is heading to the academy. I believe anyway, if that sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you head back and you enter the front doors. Of course, Alana's got sort of free pass here. The Nevermere Institute. And yeah, what do you want to do? There's a desk up front. You want to go back to the classroom where you last saw him, Merrick the Gray?
I think for now, gonna do everything calmly, go through the channels, find where he is.
Okay. Head over very calmly and get at the front desk. They see Alana's pass and please, yep, up to the 5th floor, classroom, 3D on the east wing. Head over there. And yeah, same. You find it the same place where you saw Merrick last. Again, human. Seems to be maybe late 20s. A lot of you can tell he's got a lot of indate magic arcana. But maybe still learning how to manage that, at least to the level, your level, not quite there yet. Jet black hair with the undercut, warm sandy skin tone. He's got the thick black eyebrows, dark brown eyes, and yeah, very sharp facial features. Oh, Wendy, you're back. Hey, come on in. Come on in. Oh, and your friends. Yes, please. I've caught me just on break. Don't have much food to offer or anything, but what's up?
So he's just gonna take a nice deep breath and just kind of. I would like for the next words to come out of your mouth to be the truth,
Of course.
and kind of leans in a little bit more menacingly.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a hand in bringing my sister to this world?
Oh, your sister's. I mean, I know there wasn't a body, but she's here.
Very much so, and does not remember me. So I'm thinking, what did you do? What did you do when you did you step into the portal immediately after I did, or did
Oh
you
yeah,
go back after her?
I did not go back. No, but the portal would have remained open for another 6 or 12 seconds, I suppose, and it probably would have been shifting. Where it would have deposited a person. So maybe she rallied and fought her way. She wasn't that far from the portal itself. Maybe she dove through with a couple of the attackers there. They were
Hmm.
goblins or orcs, I forget, but I guess that could have certainly could have come through that way, I suppose. And she didn't look like she was going to be moving at all, but I mean, the two of you are always full of surprises like that.
Mm. Not the surprise I wanted. Um,
I'm sure.
no, she has no memory of me,
I mean that
and
if she climbed through a portal and traversed dimensions while near death, I mean the trauma, the damage from that could have, you know, caused some amnesia.
well, as it happens, yes. She is the commander of the fleet assigned to give the Tempest, to give us chase, part of the UAF now.
I swear, if there are machinations in the universe, I feel like they just try too hard to make things difficult. I mean, Grundy, I'm ecstatic that she's okay, ish. I'm really sorry for the situation. I don't know. What do you plan on doing? Not sure how to help.
I'm not sure either. I just came here to see if I could get some answers because you
Yeah,
were the only one I knew who could open a portal.
yeah,
And the last time we looked, we didn't see anything.
right. Yeah,
But if what you're saying is true about trauma and traversing dimensions is true,
mm,
is there a chance we can recover her lost memory?
I have heard of some restorative magics that help with that sort of thing. I don't think wizards have it, but check. Um, I mean, certainly I've heard of different, tonics as well. Expensive and rare. I mean, there's always the reality altering magics that can change the world as we know. Um, I imagine there's options. Quite an ordeal for McGann to go through, but I'm sure there's got to be something that can help.
Well, if you can think of anything, we are still, as of today, docked here. You can reach out to the Tempest. Do you know of any other wizard from our world that would have done something like this in case it wasn't your portal that did it?
My magics were highly experimental. That was something I've been working on for a decade, and clearly still hadn't mastered. I can't picture. And there weren't really any other wizards in our area. I really can't picture it being someone else. He must have rallied and climbed through.
Well, then I'll just have to help her remember. Thank you, Professor.
Of course, of course. I mean, yay, sort of.
I am I am happy she's
Hmm.
alive. And if there is truly no way for me to bring her memory back, I'm not sure what to do. I had at one point resigned myself to the fact that she was either dead or she was alive, but
Hmm.
back home, did not expect this to happen.
Yeah, I would, and maybe seek out the council of clerics for something restorative. A highly advanced alchemist, perhaps. If clerics don't work, um, I know you've dabbled in druidism, but high level druidism too may offer some options.
I will look into it. We
Oh
do have our own wizard here.
yes, and so Alana, you know that you would know that some of the things are pinging that he's talking about, like there's reality altering magic, really high levels, like ninth level spells, the highest the weave allows currently. Um, you have recently, of course, even learned a spell in that realm from the book. You also know, while not in a wizard's purview, you know that there are some clerics and other things that hold things like greater restoration and stuff like that. Um, things like greater restoration, you might know, well, by the book, mechanically, it's like, oh, you cast this and it does this. Sometimes you need the caster to be of a certain level. Sometimes you need to cast it a few times, once a day, once an hour, whatever it is, to make something pretty big happen. So it might not be as simple as a quick boop. However, when you get into the reality altering magics, that's pretty straightforward. They're so powerful. But things like wish are, you gotta be careful, you know, and how you word. It's not like making a deal with the devil where you could read the fine print, but the weave loves to be silly with wish outside of its listed things. So it's a little easier, a little more surefire to get part of the result you're hoping for, but sometimes there's additional things that come with it you weren't expecting. Um,
Monkey paw. Yep.
mm-mm. So yeah, so druids, high level druids and clerics will have like greater restoration. There are alchemy potions that operate with like very refined greater restoration. But again, you know that it might take more than one dose or one casting for anything except like wish, something reality altering at ninth level.
That or just project my memory of her. Just show her what I remember.
Yeah, definitely an option.
Oh,
Yeah.
I won't take up more of your time, Professor. Thank you so much.
It's all right. It's all right. Listen, you need anything else? Let me know if I think of anything else. I mean, that's I guess there really isn't anything else, right?
No, we will be in touch.
All right, Grant. Best of
So
luck. I really hope you and your sister either get home and come see me if we can try with the institute here with my not quite refined yet, but I think with some help here might be able to get you two back. Um, if and when you're ready and willing. But I hope that whether you stay here or otherwise, you're able to help your sister.
thank you.
Of course, man, of
As
course.
we say, fare thee well.
Fare thee well. Take care. All of you. Best of luck.
So he's not projecting kind of anger anymore. It's just more like a little like quiet sadness. So he's just gonna walk along quietly.
Okay. Right. You walk along. There is a rather large crash in the hallway. Walking away. Somebody bursts out of the bathroom with a door. It's the wall. Oh, whoa! I gotta get out of here. It stinks. And with that, we'll take our bio break. If anyone who doesn't know, we take about a 10-minute bio break. Our audio will be hot, so chat with us, ask your questions if you have any, or just chat along, and we'll catch you in. All right, boop button. Oh, thank you, Frozen Knight, for the hydrate. I'm behind the screen. I'm drinking water right now. Thank. Mm.
Just trust me. You can definitely
Mhm.
see clearly drinking
Yeah.
water.
You see a half you see a half orc. I'm just gonna message somebody in Discord.
Nice. It's like I'll keep that. I'll keep that separate and just shoot that to you.
Yeah, all right, I'll be right back.
Nice. All right. What do I need? I feel like
What do you need?
I don't know. I need to go wee wees at least, so I'm gonna go do that. Hear me. It's wee wee time.
Wow. Love it. Love it for you.
Come on, man. What? It's so cute. What the fuck is that? Ridiculous. Alright, well, I'll have to look for a different thing. That one serving? Jeez. That's not much. Maybe it doesn't take much. It was serving. Who knows? Hmm? Alright, well, I don't know why. I'm right here. Let's check out.
Right, chat?
They all agreed at once. Yeah. I just want to shake for bugs. Alright. Yes. Any chance? So much. Alright, turn around my hands. That's good. Mm. We'll find something that's just right. A little price on.
Here.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just almost no counter space, but I love it. One of them is fucking things back. Yeah. Doesn't hurt. But if they specify, then it's probably. Yes.
But it's one.
I love that canonically Grundy's technically technically Grundy's good looking, so it makes sense that you made his sister hot.
I'm so sorry. I did not hear any of that.
Really?
Yeah,
How
sorry. I didn't have the headphones on. I was finishing
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to do my Duolingo today, so I just finished it.
Oh, wow. Yeah. No, you don't want to mess with Duolingo.
I'm sorry.
The owl will chase you.
Sorry. So what were you saying?
No, saying yeah, it's I love that canonically Grundy's technically handsome as an orc,
Yeah.
and then he puts the absolute sister thing,
The absolute sister
the
thing?
absolute the hottie of a sister, because Ilana said smash right away.
Oh, was that Alana?
I think so. No, wait, who's Bean?
Oh, I thought you were Bean. That's why I was like, what?
No,
Is that Lily? Is that Lily?
that was Lily.
Absolutely.
That okay, things make so much more sense right now. I thought you were saying that you smashed your sister in game, and I was like, what?
Na, 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 na. Yeah, we're actually from this other dimension called Alabama.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not on Discord enough. That's totally on me. But it makes sense that, you know, the one that would be yours is the one that is your name.
Just
I'm
a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
just
my
not very
God.
smart.
It's okay, Claire.
I'm not a very smart person.
Neither are any of us.
I'm
You don't have to answer that.
not gonna answer that yet. No comment.
So I can't even tell if my audio is breaking up or not. So it's my audio's clear.
Your audio is fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I kind of want the recommendation for what microphone you're using, because I feel like a lot of them that I have are terrible.
Well, the old microphone was an Elgato Wave 1.
Okay.
This one is Fifine, Fine, and it's the dynamic microphone. I can send you the exact one. Probably. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I'm googling it right now.
I'll send you the exact model I'd ordered.
Is it the one with the lights in the base?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's the one specifically on
USB-C.
arm.
Oh no, this arm is mine. This is the
Oh, the arm is separate.
This
Okay.
is the XLR USB dynamic mic AM8.
Okay, because it looks like there's one on Amazon that comes with. Ooh, there's a pink one.
Well, this one you can change the color. Oh yeah. This one you can change the color of the RGB.
That's fun.
But yeah, I figured I needed something that's got podcast quality as opposed to just the regular mic.
I mean, I don't necessarily need it because I haven't been invited to be on it.
See, I'm hydrating.
You know, I mean, if I ever do get invited on a podcast, though, I want to be prepared, right? You know, because you never know when you're going to get
I like how
accosted in the
short it
street
was.
and been being abducted into a podcast.
I don't even
Right.
like.
You
I
look
know,
so
it's
small,
funny,
Lily.
I've got a tear too. I'm
Hi
the
guys,
best.
I'm ready to play.
Cut your hair.
You've seen
Wait.
before, yeah.
Lily
You cut your hair and your beard.
I guess technically speaking, I don't know how
And then
tall
I
any
look like
of
a
you
short
are.
fire giant.
Like, okay, so we're the same
5'4".
height. Yeah, I'm
Right.
also 5'4".
Yeah.
Oh, y'all adorable shorties. I love that.
I feel like feel like Dan's taller than me. I'm 5'11".
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm 6'3".
You're 6'3".
Mm.
Oh
Just
my
kidding.
God.
I'm
I'm a big
5'3" and
boy.
3/4,
Mm.
The shorty.
but I tell people 5'4" because otherwise I sound desperate.
You
And I
can just
deserve
round
that
up.
1/4 inch.
Okay, go to give that quarter
Listen,
inch.
you're preaching to the
Really, it's a really aggressive 1/4 inch. Yeah.
I used to say I was 5'11" and 3/4, but as you get older, you kind of shrink. But I would round up to 6 feet.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Never round up. It's a bad idea.
Nice.
But I do have shoes, so they tend to like put me at the 6 feet anyway. So I just say 5'11". They're like, "Are you sure?"
One of the funniest TikToks I ever saw was this guy went to a gym and just asked all these men,
I've
he's like,
seen
"How tall
that.
are you?"
And he's like, "Can we
Can we
measure?"
And they're all like, "No,
Yeah.
please
Yeah.
It's
don't."
so funny when they lie too, because they lie to someone that's taller than them.
Yeah. There was one guy who I swear he was like 5'1" and he was like, "I'm 6 feet." And I was like,
Wow.
in what universe? Also,
Nice.
who cares?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
but all the guys who were like fairly tall, or even a couple who weren't even that tall, who were like, very straight up about it, I feel like very, very big green flag, generally.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You just
Anyway.
gotta embrace it. No one
Yeah.
cares. And if they do care,
We've all,
fuck them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Their opinions don't matter. God,
We're
it's
locked
so
into
That's
genetics.
why that's why I
you know?
round down now. That's why I round down to 5'11" now.
Right.
Exactly.
And that way it'd be like
So much
oh,
easier.
cool. You're-
No
yeah.
And for everybody in chat, you should listen to the 5 of us, the nerds who are playing D&D
about
at midnight on a Saturday.
Yeah, all the best.
Yeah, we have the best advice.
out
Yes.
there. And otherwise.
That's actually coming to the post show. We're gonna talk about, and we're turning it into a dating advice.
Yes.
Size?
So yeah.
Oh, well then I.
Yeah, if you invest in the
Sign off then.
higher levels of
Yeah.
our Patreon,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
get dating
some really
advice and all that
saucy
kind
stuff.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saucy. So
Saucy.
subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Hit that bell. Yeah.
Hit that, yeah.
There's actually
Awesome.
been some research. Like you want to like do them separately. You want to do the like this thing first, and then give it like 10 minutes, and then you can say subscribe because you can't mush the two words in because then they lose interest.
No.
Somebody
Okay.
had actually done a study on that.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. People are tired of hearing it together. It sounds more like a catchphrase than an action, call to action. I can see that.
Yeah, so one channel I watch literally just says a PC algorithm, please.
All right, let me bring us back on around. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Like an angel in heaven.
Yeah. Sadie has never said yeehaw yet. Like, I feel like that's a personal goal for the campaign.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
I am
yeehaw.
waiting, eagerly
Yeah.
awaiting a yeehaw now.
It should be a
My
channel point
stars.
redeem. Channel point redeem.
God, that would be
yeehaw.
Channel point
incredible.
redeem. Make us fucking yeehaw.
Yeehaw! Awesome. I love that. Okay, we'll do it.
You should name it yeehaw, bitches.
Well,
Okay.
time to
A
go.
Big,
I tell y'all this is my last night of the
Oh
campaign.
my god.
There
Oh
should
my god,
be.
make it a crow with a cowboy hat.
Aw.
You did redeem it. Oh my god.
Wales. Like an angel in heaven.
Like an angel in heaven.
Wow.
Yeehaw.
Y'all, that
redeemed
that
Southern
right there was
accent.
my sister.
Up there. Awesome. Yeehaw's the battle cry of Sadie's clan. I just decided. And so whenever you go into battle, whenever you shift, you have to the action word to shape shift is yeehaw. Awesome.
What a wonderful can of worms we've opened.
Excellent.
I've got 443,000 birdseed. Oh no.
I'm in danger.
I miss Warren's comment earlier about height. We were talking about height. Also, if you enjoy competitive PC heights, tune into Providence on Friday nights, where the average female presenting character is 6'4". That's true, because everybody's all like, "How tall are you? How tall?" And everyone's like mid to low 6 feet. That was hilarious. That's so much birdseed. That's amazing, Tasha. That's so cool.
I have
Spread your seeds,
I have
Tasha.
exactly 1/10 that.
Nice. Oh, Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, well, that's amazing, isn't it? My stars. Wonderful, Rebel.
Oh, bless your heart.
Well, all right then. Let's get back to work. Where were we? Let's see now. Right, y'all just left the tavern. Oh no, the other place without their wizard, and Z is back at the ship. Now tell me, are you three heading back to the ship, or are you gonna mosey on around town for a bit?
I haven't the foggiest idea. I'm just going to stand over there, slump shouldered, thinking about my sister.
Wonderful. That's so beautifully fitting. All right. Well, while Grundy's got to, of course, mope around figuring out like life and such as we do, Sadie and Alana, where are you gonna guide that poor soul? Back to the ship? Elsewhere in the city? Yeah! Listen, Rebel paid for the southern accent for 5 minutes, and what do? We gotta support our viewers. Hold on. Right,
I
Sadie?
do. I do declare I love the look of consternation and pain in Sadie's eyes right now.
Looks like the Colonel coming up with all the different seasonings for that recipe the first time. Thinking real hard. Well, Sadie and I, where y'all headed? There's a
Alana?
holler around the road in the city.
It's not your costume.
Sadie is going to follow everyone else.
All right. Sadie gonna, like a little duckling, follow Mama Duck around. Lana, Mama Duck, what are you gonna be doing? Where are you guiding everybody today? Leader of this little duck train.
I do reckon we'd be heading down to the ship.
Wonderful. Will you hit the dusty trail and find your way down to the ship? Lee's already there, crew buzzing about. Be lights out tonight. Giving you an opportunity to flee if you wish on a covered dollar. Now, mind you, it only takes you 15 minutes to get to McCall. Then you're out of you're in extra dimensional space at that point. Well, having returned to the ship and everyone rounded up again, what would y'all like to do? Any planning? Any over dinner? Anything like that? A little post dinner treat? Little nightcap before this big escape?
Did we
I'm sorry, Steph. I can't
DM
understand you with that accent.
DM
We've
question?
got a minute and a half left.
Did Claire? I mean, did we cover Zia talking to like clearing up that stuff with like getting everything planned? Are we going to cover that, or is that already set?
Let me try and put this together. I'm sorry. Have you covered Rebels mighty upset in chat? Right? Awesome. Now I'm sorry. Can you that question again? It just went right over my head. Terribly sorry.
I can repeat it. Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't mind saying it again, I'll try and listen through the accent.
I mean, I guess it's a question for. So we're heading back to the ship. Zia's at the ship, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So Sadie would just find Zia.
Now, Zia, are you playing a little hide and seek, or are you just right around there for Sadie to
I do reckon I'm hiding.
find? All right. Well, see, make yourself an investigation check, if you would, just to see if you can find, peek around the ship.
Uh, that is just a none.
I rolled a 25 still.
All right. Well, see, I don't know. You knew Z had come down here. Some of the other crews said, well, around. I haven't seen her none for a bit. So, fortunately, I can't. Is there anyone else you'd like to look for? Seeing as how
No,
you couldn't find
she
Z.
would just keep looking for Zia.
You're in a perpetual loop of missing Zia for a while with that. Um, anyone else have anything for this evening that you'd like to do?
I would like to have a nice serious chat with Grundy.
All right. Well, I reckon there's time for that. All right. That's our 5 minutes.
Oh, thank God.
Okay,
Thank
Zia
you,
has stopped
brother.
hiding.
Nice. So we'll Finn, Sadie, and Zia, and we'll do that right after Alana and Grundy here. Alana, you come up and you find Grundy. 6:37 in the evening. Deck of the ship, we'll say.
Hello.
He's like quiet for a moment, and then he turns around. Just goes, "Oh, hi, Lana."
Hello. How how are you processing the whole your sister actually being on the same plane as you deal?
I'm not sure. Um, I was. I'm happy she's alive, and now I have concrete evidence she's alive. Um, but not really happy that she does not remember me. Um, we were very close, you see, and to not even the shred of that. She used to give me this smirk when she would best me in, our sparring. And I've gotten used to that smirk, and none of that was on her face, and nothing. I barely recognized her, other than it's my sister, but she seems to be a hollow shell of herself. I don't even know where she got that accent from.
That must be difficult. I wouldn't know, of course, no. No siblings, I don't understand such relations. I sought you out just to say the spell that I learned from Zia's book was the wish spell. And while it is stronger than my current capabilities, I could push myself past my capabilities to cast it, should you wish. However, as your friend mentioned, there are dangers to going this route versus a perhaps more dependable, if not effective, cleric route.
Oh, I understand. I mean, the whole reason I'm even in this dimension is because the hubris of a wizard who has barely tested the portal spell. Uh, so
I do
I
sense a
would.
bit of the Nepo magic within him as well, so
Hmm.
I'm sure that's where a bit of the hubris comes from.
Sorry, Nepo magic. Um, yeah, And I imagine such a spell, if not casted correctly, would present a danger to its wielder as well.
Mm.
I don't like the situation we're in right now. Um, I I want us to get as far away from the UAF as possible, but now part of me, it's my sister, you understand.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what to do other than to support my friends in their decision. So we will just have to wait it out and see, I suppose.
I
Yeah.
suppose.
And he turns away from like looking out at the night sky and kind of just goes, "Thank you. Thank you for coming up here to talk to me." Yeah. Can't imagine what it must have been like for you waking up all these eons and not recognizing things and people you've known all gone, long gone. So thank you for the effort.
Yeah.
Mm.
I suppose just let me know if you wish for the spell to be utilized. It's an
We'll keep
option.
it. We'll keep it in mind. Um, the important thing is she's alive. She's here now, and there be plenty of opportunities to make her remember.
Yeah.
And kind of like back to his old mood now. He kind of just reaches into his pocket where he keeps like everything, like and pulls out one of the dried biscuits from Atmos. Oh, I've recently learned how to make these. Would you like one?
A biscuit from your pocket.
It's the food pocket.
That does
It's
not
where
reassure me. I will pass. Thank you.
okay. It's where I keep my snacks.
It's the food
He
pocket.
just turns and leaves.
Nice. I love it. Right. Yeah, crisp, starry sky above the ship as the twilight hours just passed. Still a few hours until the blackout. Switch over to Sadie, even looking for like 30, 40 minutes here and there.
Sure.
Keep getting different reports of where Zia might be. But you kind of, oh, you missed her. Oh, and then finally you catch up. Just out of for fun. Zia, where are you when Sadie finally finds you? Where do you think you'd be?
I think I would be talking to Ash in the engine room,
Nice. Perfect.
a place you would never see Zia typically, which is probably
Mhm.
why you didn't look there.
So Sadie finally kind of get down, whatever, I'll just go down and talk to Ash. Ah, there's Zia! um, have at it, Sadie.
Oh,
Hey,
well, this is fortunate. I was just wondering if you got everything set for tonight. You said you were coming back here.
yeah. So I've been going around kind of talking to everybody, making sure we're ready to hop out as soon as the blackout hits. I talked to Jolene as well, who is going to be following us in her vessel. So that should be taken care of. And so we should be able to make it to Macaw. It'll be interesting because we've only had the only time we've had another vessel come to Macaw was with Titania a long time ago. And the only way that worked is that vessel had to be directly connected to ours.
Yeah.
So I don't think that the UAF will be able to follow us given what we know about how macaw functions.
Yeah.
But yeah, just making sure everybody's on high alert just in case, because you never know. Um, and Ash was kind of telling me about this some sort of weapon or new capability that
Oh,
you
yeah.
have been working on.
Yeah. With Ash. Yeah. Should help out if we need it. Ash, I'll of course help, stand here with you. Unless I'm needed elsewhere. So
Yeah, I know how we were talking about how, well, meeting with the lieutenant and him not wanting any bloodshed. I mean, I think we're on the same page, right? Like we don't want to necessarily, um, I mean, the last time we were being followed, I was maybe a little too rash to stop those who were following us, and I don't know. I'm not exactly itching to kill people, even if they are members of the UAF. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Have you ever really like taken potentially innocent lives before?
I'm a little concerned about Grundy and I don't know, Zia.
Yeah.
We can't get caught, obviously. We can't have
Mhm.
another conversation with the UAF. Should we take I don't know. I
I,
guess I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh no, no, you go ahead.
I just don't know. I wish that he had more time, but I don't think that's really something that we can give him this time around.
Yeah. I mean, clearly something has really affected him because I mean, there's no way that, Commander Sultry is his sister. I mean, that's crazy. So, I think,
Oh, you don't believe it's even true.
wait, you believe it's true?
I mean, weirder things have happened, Zia, in your own
Oh,
life.
you don't, I, now, okay. Now, but that is like celestials. I mean, that is, we could put that on one side because yes, it's strange, but we've had ample evidence, of the
Sure.
strangeness. Um, you know, there's a book that I could open with my blood. I have yet to see anything like that for Grundy. And I mean, Grundy's even the second person who's been on this vessel who claimed to be from another universe. And I wasn't so sure about the first person who was claiming that, to be quite honest with you. So,
Who was the first person?
Sinister was like
Oh,
a rock star, and I was
oh,
always talking about this other, universe or whatever. And I was,
I've heard
you,
y'all
you you
mention
nod
them
along,
before.
and you're like, yeah, but I mean, like with all the partying and everything, it was just like you started thinking maybe it was you know, some really fun magic items or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Like, and Grundy's great, and we love Grundy, and Grundy's been great to the crew, and maybe there is a whole other universe, and this mad wizard. I mean, it's in the name. I mean, he's a mad wizard. Like, I'm sure we really believe that he's powerful enough to move across dimensions. I mean, that's kind of like, you know, I mean, even Alana, like, has like magic like off the charts. Like, I don't think that's, I don't know.
You don't think what?
Well, I mean, you met with this guy, right? Like, was Alana like, oh my gosh, this guy is the most powerful wizard I've ever seen, or was it he kind of just a little not all there?
Well, maybe, but I don't know. I mean, I feel I don't take this the wrong way, but
I
I
mean, yeah,
feel like that your I don't know, kind of like why is all the special stuff reserved for celestials and nothing special and weird can happen for anyone that's not celestial, it seems.
Okay,
Is that what you're saying?
you know, you make a valid point, but like by the same token, right? You know, if there's been some crazy stuff that's happened to you, but there's been like evidence of that happening, right? Like there's been some crazy stuff that's happened to Ash. And
Sure.
that was like hugely traumatic. And you know, but we were all there for that. Like we saw it.
Yeah.
And you're right. Maybe I am being a little bit hypocritical. And it's not like I want to bring this up to Grundy or anything, but like, are you suggesting we stay around and try to just convince Commander Siltree
I
to
don't think that we can. I don't think there's no convincing unless we have an actual answer on how to help cure this mental memory thing if
if it's
it is all
real?
true.
Otherwise, we're just kidnapping a senior official of the UAF, which
Oh, do you think we can kidnap them? Do you think that's a possibility?
you did not hear this from me. Ash, did I say kidnap? I don't think I said kidnap.
And is Ash still there in the conversation?
I'm assuming Ash has been here the whole time.
Yeah, that's entirely up to you. If you want her to have excused herself, she certainly will.
No, she should be here. She should be here for this.
Oh, don't mind me none. You all keep talking. You make some history. This is interesting. You carry on. I'm just working on some shit.
So see, I never mentioned kidnapping as a possibility. Like not even a little bit.
Well, you just said. No, you said something about kidnap. So you think that we should kidnap her?
No, I would absolutely say that is not what I said and not what I would
Okay.
suggest.
All right.
I mean, it's not as if anybody on the ship could just like. I mean, can you imagine it with like the guards and everything around? It would just be.
It would be
Anything short of
crazy.
like I don't know, like a genie giving you wishes would be able to like accomplish something like getting a senior member of the UAF on this boat without us all dying.
We're back to the celestial stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go and talk to Grundy.
Well, no,
and,
Celestials can't just like do wishes. Like that's not like a thing that they could do.
They can't.
No, very much no. I mean, if they could change like the composition of the universe, I mean, like my father, I think would be like, oh yeah, I wish that I was allowed to be with my children, or I wish that like you know, my mother, his wife, wasn't evil, or I wish that the Omega Curtain just didn't fall, that Alana got to live a nice and happy life in her own time period, and I wish that you had a perfect relationship with your family. And I mean, we could all wish for all of these things to just be magically fixed, but Celestials have no ability to do that. I mean,
Good to know.
and it's not like there's
All
any
right.
kind of crazy magic that would allow something like that to happen either. Like changing the fabric of reality, like that's crazy.
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna go and just find Grundy, just make sure he's okay, and check in.
Yeah, and do me a favor, just like I don't want him to know that I think that, right? Like just like keep that between us.
Oh no, that's of course.
Okay, thank you. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you know, I do want him to feel safe and comfortable and included in the crew. And
Yeah.
but I also don't want to stake our entire crew's lives on.
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you
Yeah.
know how it goes. All
Thanks.
right. And Sadie will go off to go and find Grundy at some point this evening.
Okay. Let me check in, see if anyone else says anything. Otherwise, we'll head over to Sadie and Grundy.
Grundy hasn't moved. He's still on the bow of the ship staring out.
Oh, Sadie, you leave Zia and Ash back to their conversation. And head up through the ship. You've seen Grundy up there a couple times while searching for Zia, so you go back and Grundy's still.
Oh, hey, Grundy. How you doing? How's,
Oh,
how you feeling?
a little better now. I guess the shock has worn off somewhat.
Yeah. So, yeah, any idea on like any way that you can fix this memory thing?
Well, I did just have a conversation with Ilana,
Mm.
and she did bring up that there is a possibility we could use Wish, but at her current level, it
Oh,
would be more of a danger to her and us than to act, for it to actually be of any use. So we seem to be at an impasse, and I will just hope that we can find something along our journey.
did
Yeah, but
I wonder if there's any. Well, I guess so. We're still planning on leaving tonight.
yes,
Okay. I just want to make
yes.
sure that you understand.
Well, yeah, I can understand where this is coming from. Did after all just run into my long lost sibling,
Yeah.
but I know she's alive, and so far I have functioned relatively well our entire trip, our entire journey, without you know thinking much about it. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good with whatever plans people have made. I'm not much of a planner. I'm more of a thinking on my feet kind of situation guy.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to check in and make sure that you were still okay with the
How are
original
you doing?
plan.
I
And
imagine it's been a weird few. Is it weeks now or months now since the kidnap attempt?
oh, that. Well, you know, my family is weird. I mean, I know I may be, preaching to the choir,
Hmm.
as my pappy used to say, but um uh I'll eventually catch up to him, I'm sure, and hopefully, the message that I gave him got across that I'll find them whenever I can. And until then, they better just you know, leave me the hell alone.
Hmm.
So,
Well, on that
yeah.
regard, I am willing to help if you want to be left alone. I could be somewhat persuasive. Kind of just like draws himself up to his like full height.
I
For the
believe
first
you.
time, like a little bit of confidence is like re-injected back into him.
I believe you. Randy, thank you. I appreciate that.
Hmm.
They
You
can be very, my family and the tribe can be very difficult to deal with. Um,
well, considering the effort they put into trying to extract you and the manner in which was, I have to say, not the best way to paint them in a good light in your eyes. Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of how they deal with things.
Mm.
um, yeah, made for an interesting upbringing.
Mm. Well, families are
Well,
weird, and they wouldn't be families if they weren't weird. But you
that's
should go
true.
get some rest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
stay. I'm gonna stay up here for a bit more.
I really hope that we can find something to help her get her memories back, Brandy.
Thank you.
And when we do, I promise that I'll help as much as I can.
Thank you. Kind of just um, hand on the shoulder because I think rough. Like how tall is Sadie? Like
Sadie I
Five
think's like
six, five four,
she's not 5'4", I
five
don't
six.
think.
I thought.
for some
Five
reason I thought
seven. Five
for some reason
seven.
I thought Sadie was much taller. Yeah, but five
Uh
seven. Yeah. So
Breelith was like was taller. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So just gonna put a shoulder and like thank you.
course. And Sadie will head off for some sugar.
Sorry, Sadie's heading off for some sugar.
Shut eye.
Okay, for some sugar. I was like, oh,
For some sugar.
here you go.
A nap, I guess, since we're doing the thing tonight.
Love it. Okay. Excuse me. All right, it's about 2.5 hours left until the lights go out. Any further
In
planning?
Georgia.
Nice.
Has Jolene shared any information with us, or just said like she's coming with us? Like that's
Yeah, Jolene is going to use sending. Going to update you. Let's see. All right, do I have that? Let me see if I've got this real quick. Nope, that might be in that, but I don't think I have. You've got this on a timeline. No, I hadn't done that yet. That's a shame. So you hear from Jolene on a couple of things. First message is about Commander Siltree. The evening. Further info on Siltree. Not much of her past is known prior to a few years ago. Rose quickly through the ranks, UAF. Dangerous, so be careful. That's the first message under 25 words. Follows up. My runabout is ready. I'll depart half an hour before. Wait, because you told her about the lights out and stuff, right? I'll depart half an hour beforehand. No one watching my ship. And engage McCaw after I see. After lights out. Meet you there. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So you hear that from her. Ilana, you hear from the lead arcanist, your old friend and study buddy in that project to take down the Omega Curtain from way back when. Just confirming again the time. Lights will be out. It's got to look like like an oopsie, so it's only going to be for 3 minutes. But the entire dock area is going to go dark. So, do what you will. Let's see. Zia, I think that you're the most adept at sailing at this point because you've worked on cruise and other things, beforehand. The arcane engines, they make a hum once you activate them. They do a very low hum while docked just to maintain their height. What you could, it's sort of like almost keeping it neutral, right? You could just disengage the safety brakes that are holding it, to the dock and kind of let that low hum drift away under darkness before kicking into full speed. Whatever options you want to do, you just know that you don't necessarily have to go full throttle out of dock. That might make some sound. You can just neutral out of there, or shut the engines off and drop, or whatever it is you want to do. But 3 minutes is a pretty decent amount of time to get gone and get out of sight with the speed of your ship.
Zia would want to talk to Alana very quickly and just ask if she has any illusion spells of any kind.
Ilana, where can you be found?
Or wait, does Grundy also have illusion spells? I've never seen Grundy really cast any spells, but I don't know. Maybe it's a meeting with everybody. We could just get together.
Okay,
and-
little meeting beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the war room, the planning room.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I'll let you all carried away. You're all sitting around the table.
So what's the plan?
We're gonna drop down, obviously, with the help of the arcane engine. We don't want to alert anybody too quickly. I was wondering if anybody could cast any sort of illusion, either to cover the sound or to even make kind of an illusion of the boat to make it seem like it's still here.
Um, I can envelop. I mean, how big is the ship? Is it under 80 feet?
It's definitely, I think, bigger
Take
than
a
80
look.
feet.
It might not be. It might be 120, but I've got it pulled up here. Tempest. All right. Do I have the Carvel Mach 2? I don't have the distance. Give me a quick sec. Oh. Oh, they can really be, but any. 50. You said.
No, how big is the ship?
How big
Like,
is this?
like length.
Yeah. Let me. You know, I'll just open up the image because we've got a nice image of the Tempest.
Yes, the size would definitely.
All right.
Also be
Let's
effective.
take. Yeah. Um. All right. The rooms are. They are 15 feet, so 15, 30. I'm gonna make them 15 feet because 12 feet is. I don't want the math to divide it into. The rest
That's
are
reasonable.
nice and roomy rooms. From stem to stern, we're talking. Let's see. Just one. There's 10, so that would be. Oh yeah, no, it's like 100 and. That's a pretty big ass ship. It's like 150 just for the rooms, and then that would be 165. Be around 180 feet from stem to stern.
Best I can do is 80 feet. I can cast fog cloud with a radius of with a total area of 80 feet, 80
Uh,
foot sphere.
Let me
But
readjust this real quick for you because that's just too huge for this ship. You know, it's maneuver 180 feet. That's crazy. So we'll do 10 feet for a room, so I still don't have to divide
A
by 12
cruise
feet.
ship.
Yeah.
So it's 100, 110. There's 130. 100, well, 145. How's that still that? Good. All right,
I
20,
mean, it'll
30.
obscure anything within that range. Plus, not all of the ship is that long. You've got the spot, you've got the
Yeah.
tower, the con, and everything. So we could still leave the fog there, because I can control the fog and have it stay in place as we make our escape, and then sort of follow us down somewhat. And since we're going in the cover of night, it won't matter anyway. It's just extra precaution. What do you think, Zia?
Yeah, I mean, between that and then um yeah, Alana, do you have any illusion magic as well, or
Uh, she'll point to the floor and make a gray 5-foot cube. This is as big as I can make it.
okay. Um hmm. I don't know, Sadie, what do you think?
really have anything to help.
Same.
Does Ashavar have anything?
Hear me out, he says. And I don't know, proposes some crazy, the classic
Sure.
Ashbar thing. Let me see what he's got for spells.
That's great, Ashavar. Yeah,
mhm.
that sounds great. I'm not really sure if an elephant will help the situation that much, though.
But it's
So.
an elephant
Mhm.
in an ice storm. So, we'll be obscured and they'll wonder elephant
What the
casting?
elephant is?
No,
Oh,
it's
sure.
not doing the casting. And this must be a distraction, but we're actually in the ice storm until
Mm.
they go somewhere else. I think that's the only thing I can.
I'm not really sure the town's animal protection services would be okay with that, but it's something to consider, I
Well, it's not a
guess.
real elephant, so
Oh,
elephant wouldn't be
good.
harmed.
Got it.
So I guess the fog is our best bet. But yeah, I feel better having at least 2 layers of obscuration.
Sure.
Because I mean, they've got to have some people around with dark vision.
Yeah.
So, okay, Grandy. Can you make the fog kind of look natural when the blackout happens? Like, I hate to look at there's a giant block of
Oh
fog
no,
obscuring one specific area.
it'll be spherical, but it actually spreads out and thickens like the area. So
Perfect. Okay.
What's
Do you
the
think
size
that-
of the spear? Oh, sorry, Sadie. Just super quick.
Nope,
yeah,
nope.
extended
Go ahead,
areas.
Steven.
It's an
Pass.
80-foot area, so
Okay. All right.
That's
Ship's
not
100.
perfect.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just to give you the visual, ship's 145 feet. You get a good 80, and then it can dissipate a bit from there
yeah.
with the fire.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna
Thank you, Sadie.
obscure at least the largest part of the ship.
Mhm.
Do you think that anyone else do we have any other crew members that could help? Maybe Carmine? Would Carmine have anything, do you think?
Is this an all
Um,
hands meeting? You want everybody
Yeah.
there? Okay.
Yeah, we'll have it all hands.
Oh, where's Carmine? Carmine?
I've been sitting right next to you, Sadie.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Carmine. I'm so sorry. That's my fault.
Quite all right.
Bless my heart.
Indeed. Yes. I can bolster the effects of Wendy's fog with some cloud magic.
That'd be great. That'd be
As
wonderful.
far
Thank you so
as-
much, Carmine.
As far as the hum
course.
goes, there is no spell that can silence ambient noise, is there? I'm talking to like the wizard.
Alana.
There's no spell against.
Oh, because I know silence
Mhm.
keeps you from casting and stuff. Because
Mhm.
it's just a bubble of like no sound, right?
It is,
Can-
yeah, for most.
Can silence be cast in the area around the engines?
I feel like that would even be more suspicious.
Yeah.
It might be more suspicious because then the ambient hum would be totally gone. So,
All right. So fog it is then.
yeah. We've only got one opportunity here.
One shot.
True.
Guardian will chime in too. I can assist with the clouds. I can add some darkness because they always have that smoky darkness billowing off of them. And enhance your fog spell.
Kind of like that Peanuts character.
What's
Pigpen.
What's the peanuts?
Got it.
I don't know what you're. I don't know what you speak, but I can.
Mhm.
This, and then I will man the cannons. Justin.
Perfect.
Perfect.
We have a
Yeah.
plan.
Snap. You know?
Yeah. And we'll get that energy weapon ready just in case, I suppose.
Mhm.
Oh, right. It's all up and running now. So far, this is Ash. We can do about one shot. Has a cooldown of about 18 seconds currently. Now, I think I can make that. Sadie and I can better that over time.
For sure.
But currently, about 18 seconds to recharge. And it basically functions by charging the two arcane crystals on either side of the ship and focusing their energy in an intersecting pattern just below the hull. And where it intersects, we can then, with help of an attached gem, focus that energy 360 degrees. Now, there's a safety involved, so it won't shoot up through the hull of the ship. We can't fire up around the ship, but anywhere else, down to the sides, we'll be able to fire. It's still a good, maybe 230, 250 degrees of attack. So being above ships is a little bit better if we have to pull up. And looks over to Kip. In case we're going to use that maneuvering wise, having the advantage of height will be important. But it does a fair bit of damage, more so than conventional weapons. It can be focused to hit any target. So
Okay.
In the meantime, how much time, Dan? How much time do we have before go time?
you're down to about an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. In that case, I also would suggest any available crew that aren't performing any duties, make sure that anything that possibly could make noise or could shift around once we get moving, need to secure everything.
Good idea.
Vic will chime in. We'll have the crew prepare. We'll leave the upper deck. We might have to sacrifice a little bit. I'm worried that they'll see us battening things down. We can make quick work of it under the dark, but the rest will secure. We might want to consider who's, in case it turns to battle, who is going to man which locations. Just mechanically, that's the gunnery, the steering, there's the cannons rather, and then there's the ballista up top, and there was steering. The arcane engine might be more along Sadie's list, but just to consider like who wants to man what on the ship.
No, Grundy did cannons last time, so
You've got Guardian that's in boots that are good in the gunnery as well. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Just Vic will put that out there to like might want to figure that out just in case.
Yep. Fine. Guardian and boots. So, Sadie, you are adept at piloting a ship, no?
Yeah, I can help Ash.
Okay. Ballista. Who do we want on Ballista?
I put in the Discord the four like the main areas.
I vote a lot on steering.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks so much, Alana. We really appreciate you taking one for the team.
You taking up steering? What?
If we believe that's the correct choice.
I mean, that way you'll be on, out on top. We'll be able to see, and I'll handle the ballista.
Okay. Xeon
Yes.
Ballista.
As far as the helm goes, that's just me asking someone to keep track of the HP on it. Like each of these 4 things is someone keeping an eye on that and manning that.
I guess I could keep an eye on the HP for the engines.
Right, and I help you with that. Sadie, we'll work on that together, make sure we keep
Sure.
things up and running.
That's good.
We've got most everything covered.
I can fix. Wait. If we make it to McCall, that will just be 15 minutes. Suppose that's not too long to hold out, but again, I took a glance at their ships. They're fast. They're ready for battle. So hopefully we won't engage at all. If we are, we should lean towards our speed and evasion. Just try and get to McCall because they can't even follow us there. So they can wait all they like, but I think we can outwait them.
I agree.
Good.
Agreed.
We'll get him. And we'll get away from him, I mean.
And I think I'd just like to see, given the seriousness of the threat, that it's I'm sure we'll be fine. But to share the sentiments, it's been a pleasure to serve with you all. And we've been through a lot. I imagine we'll get through this as well and be able to tell the tale. Let's as always, let's watch each other's backs and we'll get through this just fine, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Hey, anything else? Are you all ready for the moment?
Oh yeah. We'll be fine.
We're ready.
Ready.
Fine.
Let's definitely try to make it look like we're heading to bed as much as possible.
Lights out.
Lights out.
Beautiful.
Already in my jammies.
Nice.
Perfect.
I came to the meeting. Do you shift into them or do you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeehaw.
It's little cowboy hats and it says "Yeehaw" with a lasso.
No, it's not,
like
Dan.
repeated pattern.
No.
It's cowboy hats
Ah.
and saddles.
Not it. Not
This-
it.
Nice.
Nope.
Awesome. Yeah, so there's an hour left as the meeting wraps up, and there's tension in the air as the docks grow quiet this time of night. I'm getting a little bit later into the night now, 9:30, 10:30 is the mark, and you can see the other ships. You've marked a number of the ones that are clearly UAF. They're well labeled, and you watch as people patrol those. You see some UAF people up and down, walking up and down the docks. None right next to your ship, but keeping an eye. And it's tense as you snuff out lights in the rooms, and none of you actually settling in, but just giving the appearance of kind of huddling together, getting ready to man the different locations of the ship. In case things, as you descend and head to Macaw, and in case things turn to battle. The moment draws near the final few minutes, tension really, some of the crew start getting knots a little bit in their tummies, and things are just It's a big moment. It's a big moment. And you wait and count down, and in the last minute you break off to your different sections of the ship, ready. And Vic does a final countdown. All right. According to the clock, we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The lights head out. I'll let you take over. What's the first thing someone does?
Okay, so casting fog.
I'm gonna cast fog at 4th level.
Okay. Carmine exudes, casting their own spell, this just thick cloud that mixes with that and begins extending out. And Guardian focuses and kind of hunches over, and this darkness just kind of eeps out and fills in with that, making it kind of a darker cloud that fills the whole space. Well beyond the ship, covers this whole extension of the docks, where there's like another 3 ships docked here. A good 400 or 500 feet between the 3 of you. Vic begins undoing all the moorings, having already like pre-done some of the work nonchalantly. Breaks everything down and gives the word ready. Hip looks at Ilana, who's up there on steering for the go-ahead. The engine's just for a moment, like just throttle just the tiniest bit before drifting. Dock. As far as everyone on the ship, and on the ship's behalf, I'd like everyone to roll a stealth check, please. And I'm gonna roll for Ashavar to include her in this. Let's see. All right, oh, I rolled a natural 1 for Asher. All right, sorry, but it's a 3 in total. Zia, what did you get?
Got a 13.
13. Okay. Ilana.
I rolled a 6, but I'm using my inspiration.
Good. The D12.
Yeah, I rolled an 11. So
17. Excellent.
Actually, could I use lucky for this?
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay. Can I use a second lucky?
Go for it. Yeah.
I got the exact same thing a second time. Jesus. There we go. Okay, 20.
Okay,
Thank God.
nice.
Okay.
A 3.
Rough.
Sorry. A 20. 17. Sadie.
That is a just double check 25.
Okay. And Grundy.
22.
Ship over the first minute is just kind of free, not free falling, but in neutral, slipping away beneath the island, trying to keep the island as a blocking line of sight to the docks. So kind of running underneath the island. At what point over the 3 minutes of darkness do you want to engage the engines to and to what speed?
I would suggest just slow enough, like no more than 10 miles an hour as we head out, and then we can punch it. We can go as quietly as possible.
For the whole 3 minutes?
What do you think, Zia or Alana?
Let's keep it like until we've kind of descended and move out
Well
slowly.
beyond hearing range.
Yeah, and then once we're beyond the borders, let's punch it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I imagine that's probably around maybe the 2-minute mark to be out of earshot of the hum of the engines, because all the engines on the dock are humming, so it's not like yours will stick out.
Mhm.
Okay. 2 minutes in, you give the call to punch it, and Kip slowly just throttles up, and you feel that stomach get left behind a little bit, and then really starts in that latter 2/3 of the acceleration. Kip punches it. A lot of you're hanging on. You get, to the steering wheel. You kind of pull back. Everyone's, very tensely waiting to see what happens. The 3 minutes completes. You're already well out the other side of the island, and starting to leave it behind. Just gonna do. No, that's all right. They're pretty responsive. At first, you're waiting, you're watching. Who's keeping an eye behind the ship to see about pursuers or anything? Is anyone?
Probably Ashavar. I would
Ashvar.
think.
Okay.
Shavar, and I don't know where the guns are. The guns below decks?
Guns are
Some on top.
Yeah. There's
There's,
ballista.
yeah, I'm on top.
And then there's the cannons down.
Okay, yeah,
2
I'll be
levels.
by the cannon. So yeah, I'm not really I'm not able to see that then.
Okay. Right, and Sadie's down in the engine room. So, all right, Ashavar, let's do a perception check.
Jesus Christ. Come on, Ashavar.
Ashavar, what the fuck? I'm just kidding. Two natural ones in a row. I think a lot of yous had to use hers on the stealth check. Alana's keeping a careful eye. Ashavar is keeping a careful eye as she can. But is a little distracted. Different thoughts of different ideas of what could be done are running through her head. Like, if this happens, then this, very future living in the moment, future casting, and not living in the present, with all the tension.
Did Guardian keep the Guardian and Carmine keep the clouds? Because the fog, it disperses as soon as we punch it. But
Okay.
I feel, yeah.
Yeah, the others,
if they kept it around the
hovering.
ship.
I guess it would be what your request would be. Do you want it to dissipate by the time the 3 minutes is up? Because they can keep theirs for an hour.
Yeah, I think it would be safer. At least it'll give them, it'll give the UAF a lot. They'll have to spot us first. So
yeah, so
anything
elsewhere,
that helps.
As a narrative point of view, because unfortunately Ash doesn't see any of this. The dock, I've rolled for their sort of responsiveness, springs to life as the lights come back on, and there's already a bit of high alert as the crew is running around. Many of the other ships aren't in the darkness. One of them was on your pier, that was engulfed, but as the lights spring back on your dock, it's obscured. This darkness for the next hour. So immediately they know something's up. Some people start running down the dock into the clouds to try and see what's going on. Others are on their ships, okay, there's a big cloud on the dock where their ship was, and they start undoing the mooring to be ready to go.
If they ran into did they just fall off?
I'm doing some checks right now to see because they're running through fog. So there's some visibility, but it's 5-10 feet. It's the fog's dark thanks to Guardian stuff. So but there's just 3 people that are initially close enough. Oh no. Okay, one of them rolled a natural 1. So unfortunately one of them does. One of them does not see that they've reached the end of this mooring, and they fall. They just plummet. That's so sad. Down depths of the Omega Sea. One is carefully searching, but a little too cautiously. One did get a pretty high roll and sees that there is no longer a ship moored there. However, they don't have sending, so all in all, After the 3 minutes lead that you have, it takes 2 minutes to perform the search and report back. Commander Siltree's ship and not that one. That one. Ah, a lot of these stack. That one. Okay, and that's 4. 4 of the other 11 ships. There's 12 that accompany Commander Siltree. 4 of the accompanying ships are ready with Commander Siltree. The others are still prepared, are still docked and forward. Disengage and begin heading off in a search pattern. 1 goes the wrong way, 2 go the wrong way. 1's in your general direction. That one goes the wrong way. Okay, that one goes the wrong way. Let's see which one's. Alright, fittingly, Commander Siltree's ship is the one that's in your general direction. I'm gonna have Ashvar do one more perception check. It's been about 3 minutes plus the 2, 5 minutes. And I'll put it maybe at like 6 or 7 minutes before any of these like get around the island and would be seeable. We'll just do one more perception check for Ashavar. What is going on? I mean, I get it's a +1, but I rolled a 1, a 1, and a 3 with Ashavar so far.
Problem is
Okay.
you're rolling it.
I know, right? Somehow it's like, oh, here we go. Okay. Well, Ashvar doesn't see anything.
Tried.
In the distance, narratively, no one's spotting it. Commander Siltree's ship ducks below. But you're already halfway to Macaw.
Mhm.
You've engaged Macaw the second you got out from, under that, as soon as you punched it. That only takes 15 minutes, so you're 5 minutes in. Out of the 7 that have passed. And your ship is much faster. So I'll say that maybe when you're at the 10-minute mark, you can see that Commander Siltree's ship is in pursuit, can see you, can almost match your speed, but you're faster and you have a 7-minute head start. So you continue to gain distance, gain it. The 15-minute mark, you're drawn into, like, through time and space to Paw, leaving behind Commander Siltree and her fleet.
You're gonna be so confused.
You arrive in the air around Macaw. You see a little runabout passing through the waterfall, docking of Jolene. Your ship does its circumnavigation of the island in autopilot and goes in through. I think you've all been here now, right? A lot included. Yeah, so the waterfall down into the docking area behind the waterfall island. Still, like, the tension's still there, but as you finally dock and begin to okay, the crew settles their nerves. Here, no one else can get here. We were ahead by a good deal, so we probably just looked like we got ahead and got, I doubt they saw us fold into dimensional space. You had a really good lead. Standing on the dock over by the elevator, Jolene walks up to the ship as it's being moored. Well done. Like we made it.
A little close for comfort.
Yes.
Too close. Glad we did not have to fire a single shot, though.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I knew it was gonna be easy.
Well, interesting to be home. But let's unpack a little and figure things out from here.
Yeah.
Look at the bell cars.
Let's save Dad.
A little wateriness to her eyes as you say that, like the moment kind of hitting her, like, oh shit, it's here. And that's where we'll end tonight. Hey, bravo, everybody! Navigated all that shit really well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
Except
what would we have?
Ashavar. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sorry,
Right.
sorry, Ashavar. All me.
Sorry, Ashavar.
Ashavar's
the-
not even on the ship anymore. She fell off the back end.
She fell off it.
Oh my god.
Oh
He
my
ate
god.
the elephant.
Yeah.
Instead of death saving throws, if you get 3 natural ones on the deck of the ship, you just fall off.
That's what
Mhm.
happens. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what happened to Alana.
You just clip right through.
Yeah.
Somebody turned on no clip.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh my god. Imagine if it hadn't been for like Guardian and everybody like helping with the fog and all that, because yeah. That fog literally would have dissipated had we gotten any speed.
Oh,
Because
gotcha.
I centered the fog on the ship itself, not on the dock. So
Oh, okay. Then it's gotcha.
yeah, above 10 miles per hour. Whoosh.
Nice. Well, good. Very good. Very good. Oh, thank you, Chad. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed Frozen and Veroth. Southern accents. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Everyone really, I love that everyone participated. Thank you. Well, almost everyone.
Mm.
Hard-earned bird seed. But, just teasing. Awesome work, players. I love the whole thing, all the story you brought forth, the way you dealt with Lieutenant what's his name, and Commander Siltree, and of course Grundy seeing his sister, and then dealing with the magic doofus there, the wizard stoner, and then over to just escaping the city without conflict. Well done. Really well done.
Exactly one casualty, and it was his own fault.
I know. I felt
I
so
can't
bad, but they
wait.
rolled a 1.
I can't wait to hear in the post show what the possibilities were.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If you wanna see the post show, just check out our Patreon. There's a number of different tiers, one of which gives you access to the after shows we do for very regularly, almost each episode. Sometimes we wrap so late we gotta go. But you can see exclusive like insights of the characters, sometimes some Patreon exclusives. Some are genuine and really cool, and others are just ridiculous and fun, always fun. Yeah, so consider coming on over and you can support us that way. Otherwise, super glad to have you here either way. Consider giving us a follow if you had fun. We've got a number of streams across the week. You've been watching Extremis, our Sky Pirate campaign. We stream every Saturday night here, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, and hope to at least catch you back next week where we can a campaign long thing with Zia looking for her father and now being able to bring them back from whence banished, and save Titania, save the world, reunite the 4 quadrants. There's all sorts of amazing stuff here near the end game. Woo! All right, we'll wrap up here. So have a lovely night, everybody, and hope to catch you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Let's see.